is a book author, editor, and speaker.
What?
She also attends Wright Graduate University, where she is studying transformational leadership. Two of her favorite subjects are neuroscience and positive psychology. I would like to formally introduce Pat Lee. Open up your possibilities. Open up your possibilities. Pat Lee.
How many of you have this little voice going on in your head all day long, commenting on things? Brian, you know what I'm talking about? David? We all have this little, usually it's a critical parent, some kind of voice in our head that's talking to us about things that may or may not be going well, and we don't all, some of us just kind of open up and talk about these things with other people, but other people, if you're shyer, you'll keep it inside yourself. What I'd like to talk with you tonight is about positive self-talk. And is it Svetlana? You were talking earlier about being positive? Well, this is exactly what we want to talk about, is being positive with yourself. All day long, you're with yourself, and how you talk to yourself makes a big difference in your life. So what I've passed out is some examples of what I call self-limiting self-talk. Actually, Tim and I discussed this earlier today. What I'd like you to do right now is stand up and pair up with somebody right next to you and choose an A and a B. And I want you to look at what we've called self-limiting self-talk and see if you can come up with something that's more expansive than that. And I'll give you a couple of examples so that you'll have an idea. So if you could please just stand up, turn to somebody next to you, and look at the list that's in front of you. Okay, so there's an A and a B. And A, you're going to read this statement on the page. So the first statement is, she makes me so angry. So A's will read that in just a minute. And then B's going to try to figure out something that would be more expansive. So for instance, I become angry when she arrives so late. And I kind of want you to get the idea of what we're talking about here. Self-limiting self-talk, when you say, she makes me, you're acting like somebody else has control over your emotions, and that's really not true. So when you say, I become angry when she arrives so late, you're taking responsibility for your own emotions. I am angry. I become angry. So what I'd like you to do is kind of practice between the two of you coming up with ideas about what could be more positive and more expressive, and then I'll come back in just a couple minutes and we'll talk about what you've come up with. I can give you another example. Okay, go to 6. I made a mistake. How could I be so stupid to make that rookie mistake? I apologize for not being better prepared to give my speech. Well, as Toastmasters, we know you're not supposed to stand up in front of people and say, well, I didn't prepare, and I hope it's okay with you people that I just get up here and do my best. You don't do that. So that would be a rookie mistake in Toastmasters. So on the self-expansive self-talk, we say, I made a mistake and I learned from it. I won't do that again. You get the idea of what I'm trying to convey? So between the two of you, I'll give you a minute or two to kind of discuss this and see if you can come up with some ideas that are expanding of your possibilities rather than limiting. Okay? Somebody else is
in a way that would be more positive.
Yeah, or
No good at so more like I feel uncomfortable when I can take it. I'm like my dad. He's got a hot I'm working.
Yes.
How would you say that?
I like my dad. I like my
Could everybody come back now for a minute? This is good. Everybody's so involved. Okay, can you stop for a minute now? Could everybody stop for a minute? Thank you. Would somebody volunteer to say what they came up with for the second? I'm no good at thinking on my feet, so I can't give a table topic speech. Ken?
Well, we did number one.
Okay, you did number one, so what did you come up with?
She said she makes me feel so angry. So I said, you know, when you leave the closet doors open, I feel so angry.
Yeah, that's exactly the idea. You want to take responsibility for yourself. Who did number two? Thank you, Ken. You did number two?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was
It's I'm no good at thinking on my feet, so I can't give a table topic speech.
I said, wherever comes up in your mind, to speak your mind, wherever you feel comfortable with speaking up.
That's good. That's good. How about three? I'm like my dad. He's got a hot temper too. Greg?
My dad has a hot temper, but I don't necessarily need to have one too.
Yeah. I came up with, I learned to react like that from him, but I'm challenging myself to learn to control my temper.
Nice.
Yeah, same deal. Who did four? Okay. Amit?
You know, I got home a bit late last night from a flight, so I'm low on sleep. So I'll be a bit tired giving my speech tonight.
That's an explanation, but here would be something you could say. I can rest and re-energize and give a speech despite being so tired. You know, you're kind of reframing it. So what I'm trying to get across is that every day we have an opportunity within our own heads to correct our negative self-talk. And you're actually going to feel better and take more possibilities on for yourself if you become aware of your self-talk and make an effort to make it positive. So thank you very much, and I'll pass out the self-expanding self-talk if you want some further ideas about what you could have come up with.